And I state that without arrogance. I don't mean to be arrogant, but I am a realist. And as a realist, it would be absolutely unprofessional for me to sit here and pretend I'm not an exceptional human being. Because I am.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I haven't had a chance to chime in on this whole press conference ordeal with Caleb Plant and Benavidez, but I wanted to come out here and give my thoughts on it because, man, oh man. My initial pick for this fight, right? My initial pick for this fight was Benavidez. Now, I'm someone who generally likes to stick to his picks and not let my emotions get involved. So I'm probably going to stick to my pick of Benavidez. But, man, if you wanted to strip any confidence I might have had of Benavidez in defeating a Caleb Plant, this press conference was really a press conference where, it happened for me. Because, man, Benavidez, I really believe this. I genuinely believe ever since Mike Tyson started calling him the Mexican Monster, he's really beginning to believe his own hype and his press clippings too much. Now, I'm not saying that a fighter shouldn't believe in themselves. That there's nothing wrong with that. I think in life, whether it's boxing, whether it's if you have a business, if you have a car business, if you sell insurance, if you're playing recreational basketball, if you're trying to talk to a pretty girl, you should always have confidence in everything you do. That should just ooze in every part of your life. You should have that confidence that you're that guy and nothing can fuck with you. You should have that confidence about yourself. But then there's a fine line between that and then just being delusional. I think you gotta have a healthy sense of reality and a healthy sense of respect for the situation that you're in, right? Now, Benavidez is an awesome fighter, but he's not in there fighting no scrub. He's not in there fighting no Kyron Davis. He's not in there fighting Romero Angulo. He's not in there fighting Ronald Ellis. This isn't some good little fighter. This isn't some guy that's coming up in weight. This isn't some guy that hasn't been at that top level. He's fighting a creme de la creme, top shelf elite fighter, just like himself. He's fighting someone that's at the level that he's at, and that's Caleb Plant. Sweet hands. One of the most slickest fighters in boxing. One of the most offensively creative fighters in boxing. One of the most versatile fighters in boxing. One of the most confident fighters in boxing. A very good fighter. I don't want to say a great fighter because he hasn't yet won a fight like. To me, if Caleb Plant wants to be known as a great fighter, he has to win a fight like this. But I would say a very, very good fighter. Benavidez is a very good fighter as well, who people are already talking like as if he is a great fighter, just because of the offensive skills they see, but he has yet to prove it his damn self, So with that being said, he's out here in the press conference talking about, Caleb Plant's a fucking pussy, I'll put him in the hospital. Like all the stuff, all the way that all the stuff that I say about Benavidez in joking, he actually said it in the press conference. He said, he's getting up. He has this whole tough guy act, this whole tough guy persona, and I just feel like he's trying too hard, and like he needs to. I'm not saying he needs to be buddy with Caleb Plant because he doesn't, talk your shit, talk that cash shit, but you need to have a healthier sense of reality that you're not fighting no clown, you're not fighting a bum, you're not fighting him thinking that he's just gonna walk through Plant. And him just thinking that he's this Mexican monster is gonna get him seriously fucked up if he doesn't really come in there with a good game plan. He needs to go in there and he needs to really I feel like, get out of his emotions, because what I saw at the press conference was a guy that was just overly emotional. And look, Caleb Plant, Benavidez is gonna make fun of Caleb Plant. A lot of people are gonna make fun of Caleb Plant because he got knocked out against Canelo. But Canelo's a top five. Canelo's a future Hall of Famer. Canelo's a creme de la creme A-level fighter. So, and he's had that experience of being in a much bigger fight than this. That was a much bigger fight than this. That fight was literally, MGM Grand. He's the opposing fighter. 15 to 17,000 Mexican fighters, but Mexican fans booing his ass as he walks into MGM Grand. Caleb Plant has been in there at the highest level, okay? At the highest level, all right? And even though he fell short, he's been there. And he can still parlay that experience. And that can serve him well right now with Benavidez. Benavidez is a guy that, let's call it real. Let's call it real. Top fighter made some history, youngest super middleweight champion in the history of the sport. Great offensive fighter, amazingly dynamic offensive fighter, but like he hasn't really, since the Ronald Gavril fight, right? The first fight, which is like six years ago now, he hasn't been in a whole lot of like tough fights. And really, honestly, recently he's been fighting a lot of guys who aren't even really 68 pounders. So I just think he has a bit of a sense of a false sense of confidence, and then the Mike Tyson thing, and then the Mike Tyson thing as well with Mexican Monster, and then the fans and the media dubbing him as the guy to beat Canelo. All this, I believe, has gotten into his head, and it was all. And I thought this for a while. I thought this for a while just based on interviews, but it really came to a head, and it really was exposed to the highest level in this press conference. So, yeah, I just it's boxing, right? So they got to sell a fight. I'm gonna give Benavidez the benefit of the doubt, because I think style wise, when you look at the styles of both fighters, I just think his style, the way he fights, and the things he can do. In the end, I think he's gonna beat Caleb Plant. Like I do. I don't want to be honest with you. I don't want him to. I like Caleb Plant more. But feelings aside, I think he's gonna beat Caleb Plant. But if this continues, if this like believing your own hype, press clippings, if all this shit continues for Benavidez, he's gonna lose this fight. And don't be surprised if he loses the fight in devastating fashion. I mean, I know it was 6 years ago, but it still happened. We've seen what Ronald Gavril did to him. We've seen what happened to him. We've seen, like, we ain't really seen Benavidez punched in his shit like in a long time. This is the first fight where he's probably gonna get really punched in his shit. And I think early in the fight, Caleb Plant will win a lot of rounds. Like, I think the fight's gonna start out very well with Caleb Plant's favor. The question will really be in those middle rounds when Benavidez hits Caleb Plant. Will Caleb Plant know how to weather the storm and do something to keep Benavidez off of him or neutralize him? That's the real question in the fight. That's the fight within the fight. So yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What did you make of Benavidez and the whole tough guy act, and him getting up and getting angry for no reason at all the time during the press conference? Do you guys like the fact that he's doing that? Do you think Caleb Plant's intimidated? Do you feel like Caleb Plant is scared? Do you think he always ducked this fight? Which, by the way, isn't true, but I digress. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. How did you guys see the press conference? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll definitely be checking the comments out. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.